What's up everyone, Alessandro here and welcome to this Bitcoin price analysis. We're gonna have a look into Bitcoin, guys, because a big move for Bitcoin is incoming. I'm gonna tell you exactly why that is, guys, and why I'm currently very bullish. Also, we cover in this video, of course, Ccash, guys, because I told you that for Ccash we most likely are in here for a correction. We're gonna have a look into that, and of course also if it's good to buy or not right now. Of course, everything no financial advice, but of course I share with you my own opinions. So we're gonna have a look into that, and also some little updates on Bitcoin Hyper and also HyperSui, the next hyped upcoming crypto that currently are basically in the pre-sale phase that we can buy in and wait for the launch. So welcome everyone, make sure to be subscribed on this channel. We're gonna do a nice $100 giveaway as soon as we reach 3,000 subscribers, guys, and of course also sign up to other social media platforms that I'm using, like Instagram, BitChute, TikTok, X, and so on. Check them out all here in the video description, and of course also check out BitUnix right now, guys, this exchange, because if you sign up with my link, not only you can get up to $10,000 of bonuses, but also you can get access to this exclusive campaign for everyone that is joining right now for the next 30 days on BitUnix exchange. This is a non-KYC exchange, so you can get here different bonuses very easy and simple by just doing some tasks, and then of course you can get those bonuses here. So check it out, guys, and join BitUnix with the link in the video description, because like that of course you can participate on this nice event. And we're gonna dive of course straight into the 3 and 4 hour time frame for Bitcoin, and then we're gonna have a look into the most important time frame right now, guys, that in my opinion is very relevant for Bitcoin and of course is excluding a bit this short-term noise that we are seeing here in the immediate short term, like in the lower time frames, because Bitcoin is very volatile. So we are seeing right now, of course, big chops to the upside, to the downside, a bit of everything. So we're gonna have a look into that. And excuse for my voice, guys, but I feel a little bit sick today. That's why my voice is a little bit damaged, but I hope that we can go through this video here without any problems. So keep in mind, guys, that I'm not a financial advisor. Everything is no financial advice, of course, and I just share my own opinions and own TA and so on. So if you want to be following me, as always, be subscribed here and also check all links in the video description. Also, if you're looking out for new hyped upcoming cryptos like Bitcoin Hyper or HyperSui that we're going to cover in this video, the links are here in the video description. Always make sure to be on the official website whenever you're buying into new cryptos, guys, because that's the only place where you can get those new cryptos before they're launching on exchanges, if you want to join the pre-sales of those projects. And now, guys, in the 3 and 4 hour time frame, we are seeing some weakness of Bitcoin. We are coming down to retest $104,000. The indicators also are showing bearish divergences here at the top. We are looking a bit toppy here at this local top at around $107,000. The 3 and 4 hour time frame had sell signals everywhere with bearish divergence and of course with bearish crosses. So we are cooling off, which is actually also a good thing, because as you can see, we had this new CME gap opened here down to 104K. So it's very likely that over the day, so with this correction here, we are coming down to fill this gap, and then of course we close the gap and most likely continue to go higher. The reason why I don't think that the move here is over, that here we have reached the top and we're gonna crash down to zero or into a bear market or anything like that. No, guys, I don't think that, because over in the daily time frame you can see that not only we reclaimed here this support, this blue support line, you can see that here it was acting as a very strong resistance, then here support, here we crashed below, but right now we are fighting it, and you can see that now we close 1 or 2 daily candles above the support. So as long as the daily closes remains above 104K, here we have it as a new support again, and we should be bouncing from it. And we have also right now, guys, finally a confirmation of our buy signal. We have a bullish cross in the confirmation signal, and also stochastic RSI cross bullish. We have the RSI coming very close to the 50 level to test here the 50 level. Everything is pointing out that we're gonna see a nice move to the upside in the not so distant future, to at least test here the resistance at around 113, 114K, the top side of the candle channels, and of course this purple resistance here that is coming from the weekly time frame. This is a weekly time frame resistance at around 114K. If we go over into the weekly time frame and we zoom in here in the lines chart, you can see that everywhere where we had those touch points here, we bounced. Only this time here we crashed below, and of course it makes sense to come up and test the resistance before we head lower, or if we're gonna get a continuation of our bull market, push higher, and then of course go to new all-time highs in the next coming weeks and months. because also here, of course, we have this huge resistance up here currently at around $130,000 right now. So Bitcoin is looking right now a bit more bullish. I expect here a big move to the upside, at least to test the targets that I just said. And on the weekly time frame, everything is still cooling off. So the indicators are still coming down. And I think latest once we get buy signals on the weekly time frame, that could be a very powerful move to the upside, because whenever we had such oversold condition and then a buy signal, you can see that we always bounced here from the support and we run into the resistance up here. Basically, this can happen again, maybe also take us above this resistance trend line, we will see. But this buy signal must appear latest when we are testing the resistance. Then we must see it, because if not, then here, of course, this is a potential rejection area before we come down. So I remain very bullish here for Bitcoin, but also very cautious. This is what we have to look at right now, guys. And wherever Bitcoin is going, of course, also the altcoins will be moving according to it. Just a side note here, guys, the US dollar dominance is also coming down now to test this resistance, now new support in theory. If we crash below this week, so again, back below 5%, that's a good sign for the crypto space. If we remain above the resistance here with the weekly closes, that means that this breakout here is potentially now ongoing, and that of course could be dangerous for the crypto space. The markets also today most likely will open up slightly negative, or more or less same like yesterday. We have also some AI stocks that are looking great, like Big Bear AI, for example, opening up today from yesterday's close. I told you yesterday, guys, that they're gonna buy this because the charts are looking extremely good for this one. This will open up with 20% plus, so congratulations to everyone that bought in yesterday with me. This AI stock here, I think it's like a new Palantir that is upcoming, and if this one is breaking out, then of course also here huge gains to be made. But of course this is only if you're trading also with some stocks, which you can also do, for example, on Bybit or any other crypto exchange that is also supporting those crypto stocks. And also Palantir is going a bit sideways here, Nvidia also a little bit down, Robinhood as well. So we have different stocks that are looking good, some of them a bit less good, but in general the markets is going a bit sideways right now, and this is of course also what is my expectations here for Bitcoin today, down or sideways. But thanks to the buy signals on the daily time frame, I think that a big move will be incoming maybe tomorrow or towards the end of the week, maybe even on the weekend, but I think most likely in the next coming days, within this week, we're gonna see the pump. And also some altcoins are of course correcting heavily. And also here for Ccash, I told you guys that if you're waiting here for Ccash for a good entry, just watch at the daily time frame, because you can see that every time that we have a massive crash, we always come down to the median line of the Keltner channels on the daily time frame. Currently it is at around $450. So if you're bullish for Ccash, you always wait for a retest of the median line of the Keltner channels, because if we bounce from it, we see big continuation to the upside. And also for Ccash, I have targets at least to $1,000, maybe even $2,500. But if here, of course, we would see daily closes below $440, then we would enter here into a downtrend and probably the top is in. But as long as the trend continues here, the indicators cross bearish, as you can see. So a retest of the median line is, of course, possible. And then we're going to see if we bounce from it or not, because if we go over into the weekly time frame, you can see that here we are extreme overbought condition. If here we would see a weekly close within the Keltner channels again, so below $440 on the weekly case, also here bear market, or not bear market, but bigger correction confirmed, and we most likely going to go down towards $200, and at the end probably down towards $60 again. And we had basically just here a big blow off top and then continue to go sideways again for many years or many months, who knows that. This could happen if we really start to see weekly closes below $440. So this is the key level now for Ccash if you're trading Ccash. I don't own any more of those Ccash coins, also not Monero, not Dash. I used to have them, those privacy coins, but not anymore. I sold them many years ago, guys. And I'm happy that I did that, even though, of course, now I could have done some gains, but I don't care that much, because if you're sitting with Bitcoin, then, of course, yeah, some altcoins maybe every now and then could short-term outperform Bitcoin, but long-term it's always the best bet to sit with Bitcoin. Of course, no financial advice, guys. It's just my experience and my opinion since 2017. So for Bitcoin, guys, I remain bullish. The daily time frame is looking extremely good because we have this buy signal confirmed right now. So at least now a nice run towards 114, 115k, in my opinion, is likely. If we start to see daily and weekly close above this resistance here, then I think we're out of the woods. But until then, of course, I think a big move is incoming, but that move have to break or have to take us to above 115k in order to be bullish again, because otherwise, of course, this is a potential local top here before we head lower. Because time wise we should have gotten the cycle top already in here in October, but we are very late basically in this 4-year cycle of Bitcoin. We still can make it, but we really have to push as soon as possible to the upside here with Bitcoin. Otherwise, we really just have always lower highs and enter slowly into a bear market for next year, which in my opinion will happen. But also the bear market bottom will be happening next year. I still think that maybe in the next bear market we're gonna have a drop of minus 50%, something like that. I don't expect again minus 80% or 90% like we have done in the past. Maybe 50% down to 55k or 60k is possible, but not like down to 10k or $1,000 or some crazy targets that some people have. That's why, for me, if this was the cycle top at 126k, I think bear market low next year maybe 55k, 60k, and then we start a completely new bull run towards our dream targets of 200k, 500k, and so on. But if we're still in this rally, then of course still 180 to $200,000 in my opinion are possible if here we really start to push higher. Because as I told you guys, on the weekly time frame we didn't break any kind of major support levels, like here the 50 weekly still intact. We're still trading above. That's why, although with the next big move in the daily time frame, we can heavily bounce here on the weekly and then of course move on. And yeah, so I think a big move is incoming, guys. Be prepared for that. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, be subscribed, guys, and of course also check out new hyped upcoming cryptos like Bitcoin Hyper or HyperSui that we can buy in right now at cheap prices before the next price increase, of course, and then the listing price will be at 9 cents. So currently I'm buying more into those new hyped cryptos. Instead of buying directly Sui, I'm buying HyperSui, this new DEX that is launching on Sui, and instead of buying some altcoins, layer 2s and stuff like that, I buy into this layer 2 on top of Bitcoin, because if this is going to be a successful layer 2 on top of Bitcoin, then it's also here to stay, and that's why then I'm gonna buy this for the long term as well. I'm also staking it. The API is very low, of course, because many people bought in already, almost at 27 millions they raised, so many people already invested here. It's the #1 pre-sale right now everywhere, and that's why for me Bitcoin Hyper is a no-brainer. The link is here if you want to get on board, and of course also HyperSui and so on. So I salute you for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, be subscribed, and we're gonna see us all in the next one. Bye for now.